guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We're here in Austin, Texas for the official Texas Truck Rodeo, but I don't have a truck for you. I have a full-size luxury SUV. This is it. This is a refresh, updated 2022 Infiniti QX80 sensory trim. But before we get into this body on frame full-size SUV, let's talk about what's going on here. Infiniti, they've been around since 1989, if you could believe that. So many years, so many great models. This QX80 is the largest Infiniti that they've ever built and sold. And you know what? For 2022, they've made some changes, not only to the exterior, but also to the interior to really kind of bring things together before a major redesign. Now, of course, in this full-size luxury SUV segment, there's a lot of key players. Navigator, Escalade, the new Grand Wagoneer. Of course, you look over at Lexus and their 570. There's so many to choose from. Has Infiniti done enough? And are they the king of the full-size SUVs? Let's go ahead. Let's dive into this 2022 QX80 sensory trim and find out. Right off the bat, the color. I think that white and gray fit the lines of this full-size SUV very, very well. Now, when we start at the front of the business, you're going to notice our headlight housing. We're going to have LED projector beam style headlight, LED daytime running lamp, and turn signal. Love the style that they're using on these 2022 headlight housings. Everything is blacked out except for just a little bit of chrome finish just to kind of sparkle things up. Dropping our way down, what do we have? We do have some more exterior lighting, which is great, but we do have a fake vent. It would have been nice for this to be a functional air curtain, side air curtain, but it is non-functional, so we are going to have to give it a slight zonk. But what's great is the way they balance that chrome finish, that shiny chrome finish, with the rest of what's going on in the vehicle. Now, as we come across the massive front end here, you're going to have that traditional shape to the Infiniti grille. They do a great job on their grille design. The way that they form that perimeter with the shiny chrome finish, there's that iconic Infiniti badge, and then you see that wave action on this 2022 QX80. They actually designed the grille from waves in the ocean. It's got a nice gunmetal metallic gray finish, almost kind of matches the exterior color of our particular QX80. You do have a forward-facing camera, which is phenomenal. And then, like I said, that shiny chrome finish, just enough. We do have functionality in this lower section with the flat black, but definitely large and in charge. And when you're looking at these full-size SUVs, that's how they tend to be from the front. Now, when you get up onto the hood, nice slight rise in the trim, goes right into the hood and then fades away. The rest is going to rise up like the ocean and then fade away towards the A-pillars. It actually gives you great visual references for when you're driving from behind the wheel. Now, as we come around the bend, let's talk about wheel and tire setup on this beast. So this is what we're looking at. Beautiful dark chrome finish. Love that nice shine that they have. Now, please excuse the dirt and the dust. We're here in Austin, Texas, like I said, for the truck rodeo. We've been doing a little bit of off-roading and things have gotten a little dirty. I don't have my usual cleaning supplies, so just please excuse the dirt and dust while we continue working in this construction zone. But this is going to be a 22-inch wheel. Love the style, especially with our particular color. 275 on the width and a nice meaty 50 series sidewall. You can see all the suspension bits up top with the upper control arm and your shock absorbers, all four corners. And the way that they have the nice painted fender flare really gives it a cohesive look and a lot of style. Now, as we rise up, guess what? We do have a functional side fender vent, a little bit more chrome. Would have been nice to have a V8 badge in here because guess what? Underneath that hood, we got naturally aspirated V8 power. Chrome finish on your mirror caps. I'm loving the blacked out A-pillar right next to that chrome finish on the mirror cap with the turn signal, but the black A-pillar really kind of gives it a nice overall perspective and look, especially with the very, very flat roof line, that nice boxy style that a lot of people are loving. It's coming back around, and this QX80 is hitting the nail on the head with that style. You do have your 360-degree camera, stationary, integrated running boards. I like the way the fender flare flows down into the running board, allows you to have that nice little step as you're getting in. We do have chrome finish on the door handles, bright shiny metalwork top and bottom, and you'll notice the bright silver metallic. Look at this thing. This thing is a beast. Roof rails up top with the crossbars. You could put your kayaks up there. You could put your cargo basket, your cargo carrier. If your kids are misbehaving, maybe you could even put them up there if you wanted to. Not sure if that's legal. You didn't hear it from me. Massive glass allows you to have nice visibility, also feel nice and airy inside. Love the fender flare style, those 22-inch wheels. Of course, we have 4x4 all-wheel drive getting us to the ground. And as we come around the tail end of the business, what are we looking at here? You're gonna have a very, very short stubby roof spoiler, massive rear glass window. I wish, as you know, we could put this somewhere. There's just not anywhere we could really hide that rear wiper, but you do have that Infiniti badge. Love the way it's got that style where it rises up in the center. The Infiniti name in the trim cleans it up. There's our four-wheel drive badge with our LED lighting. And then of course, QX80 and this nice brushed aluminum finish, especially for those kids that are pulling their junk out of the back. You don't want them to scratch your nice bumper. So it's nice to have this aluminum panel here to protect the bumper. Plus it looks really, really good. And then as we drop all the way down, you'll notice that we do have that cover that is gonna hide the whole towing hookup. And what's wonderful is you don't have any exhaust just hanging down. You have your outlet over here. Everything is smooth, no fake exhaust or anything like that. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood and see what's powering our Infiniti QX80. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. You do have your hydraulic hood struts. Underneath the hood is a massive engine cover, but the good news is it looks tasteful. It's got the Infiniti badge, the V8 badge, because underneath that hood, we have V8 power. You're looking at a 5.6 liter naturally aspirated V8, 400 horsepower, 413 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to a very, very durable 7-speed automatic transmission. Believe it or not, 0 to 60 in this thing around 5.8 seconds, quarter mile 14.8 seconds, top speed 133 miles per hour. MPGs, just plug your ears if you don't want to hear the MPGs, or I could direct you to a Toyota Prius. MPGs 13 in the city, 19 on the highway. This vehicle weighs 6,054 pounds, but guess what? Can tow 8,500 pounds. Nice to have that naturally aspirated power. Yes, some of the competition also has naturally aspirated V8 power, but why don't we go ahead, let's fire it up and hear what it sounds like. All right, guys, we're inside this 2022 Infiniti QX80 top sensory trim. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, there's a lot of competition in this full-size luxury SUV segment. I really don't know which way to go, but I'm definitely digging the naturally aspirated horsepower, and I'm very curious to find out what the touches are on the interior of this particular model. But how much is it? MSRP for the way that this one is optioned is right around $85,000. Let's see what you get for the money. To the door panels. Absolutely exquisite material on the door panels. You get that nice leather, the stitch work, even the way they did that diamond stitching design there looks classy, looks different. You're gonna get a finish that looks like gloss black, but it actually has like a granite feel to it. Very classy, and the great news is you're not gonna touch it, so you don't have to worry about fingerprints. We got the optional Bose sound system. Really, really digging that aluminum speaker grill cover. And then that door pocket is Texas size. You could put a full rack of ribs and a corn on the cob in there, plus a nice large bottle of freshly squeezed milk from one of these cows on these local ranches out here. Now going from the door panel to the dash, more of that granite finish. Love how everything just has a nice smooth touch to it. The tan with the black makes everything pop, especially with the contrast stitching. And then guess what? All new for 2022. We got a 12.3-inch infotainment system. It is a touchscreen. Navigation, of course. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You want to make the map larger? Real simple. Very, very intuitive. And then what I really like is that there's a lot of different functions that some of the auto manufacturers don't have. Fuel prices. You're trying to make sure you get the cheapest price. You could scroll and see how far the station is. As you can see, very fast reaction. How about if you're a sports fan? You go into the different football games. You could scroll very easily, see what's scheduled, see who won. And then, like I was saying, when it comes to the swipe, look how as you control your finger, that's the one I was looking for. Tampa Bay Bucks, Tom Brady, beating his old buddies, the New England Patriots. So nice to have that information. Throw it into reverse. What do we got? We got a grainy backup camera that does not take up this full space. I understand I got to check surroundings for safety, but I would like to be a little bit more safe and have some visual real estate. Now, the good news is you could change camera views very, very easily. Out the front, out the back. You can see those 22-inch wheels, bling, bling. Nice setup, but I would like that to be a little bit larger. If you got 12 inches, use the 12 inches. You're a lucky camper to have that infotainment that size. Now, working your way down, some gloss black with your radio controls. I like the way the AC vents are kind of just like nice and slim in there. You do have dual climate, very easy to operate. Plus, you're going to have ventilated seats, heated seats, of course, a heated steering wheel. More of that granite wood finish. Watch this. Push the button, opens up. You got wireless charging, a 12 volt, and I like the fact that you could hide it away. USB-C, USB. That is your 4x4 mode selector. So we could go from 4 high to 4 low, snow and tow mode. This is going to control that 7-speed automatic transmission, and I love the way they brought the soft touch material with all the stitch work, looking great. Open that up. We got our 2 cup holders, and you're going to have that traditional Infiniti key fob. I wish that they would upgrade it. This has been around. Actually, Noah had one of these for his Arc when he was doing his thing. So I would like to see this updated. The good news is it's very light though. So I do like the way it's small and light. Close it up. You have your little drive controller knob for the infotainment system, which is wonderful. Nice soft touch. The piping is exquisite. And then we open this up. What do we got? You got a nice little place to put your Buffalo nickels. We're here in Texas. A lot of Buffalo. Put your collecting Buffalo nickels. They won't get scratched. And then you have enough room in there for a cowboy to put his spurs. Very, very easily. Nice setup. I'm going to drop this back down, close it up. Seats. I want to thank all the cows that sacrificed their lives for this leather. Super soft. The stitch work, the piping. Of course, you're going to get full electric assist for the passenger, driver. The only thing that we're going to finish on is a zonk, though, because you're getting a standard size sunroof. No panoramic, but guess what? Technology. We got our digital rear view mirror. So nice to have that, especially in a vehicle that is full size. Have that digital camera out the back, and you can put it back on mirror and stare at yourself all day. But why don't you come over here to the business end? I want to show you guys, business time behind this QX80. You can see the nice aluminum sill plate that's going to greet you with the Infiniti name that lights up LED at night. Nice to have that greeting, let you know you did it right with your purchase. You do have full seat controls, especially that lower lumbar. I'm 6 feet tall and I'm swimming in space in here, so tons of room. Just wish there was a panoramic sunroof, but loving the steering wheel, especially with that granite wood style finish all the way around the outside. Look at that. Round and around and around we go. Top of that, we brought some stitch work to the horn button. See, this is what I'm telling you. When you add a little bit of stitching to the horn button, it really brings up the level of feel, fit, and finish. You do have an electric tilting and telescoping steering wheel, which is wonderful. And then the dash, very, very familiar. So it would have been nice to have a 12-inch digital display like in the Pathfinder. But what do we have? We have an analog tach, analog speedometer, and then in the center there, you do have a large digital display where you do have auxiliary gauges. You could go through your safety features. Obviously, you're going to get the whole suite of safety features in this Infiniti. Nice to have that setup. Would have been nice to have an all-new steering wheel and a new dash. Let me know what you think about those two pieces, how you feel about that. I like analog gauges, so I'm fine with it. But why don't we go ahead, let's go to the mid-row and see how your cowboys and cowgirls are gonna be like sitting back there while they're hauled around. All right, guys, we're in the mid-row of this 2022 Infiniti QX80, and I'm telling you, the amount of room back here is phenomenal. You know what I would like? A little bit of panoramic sunroof. But on the backs of the headrest, you do have 8-inch monitors with all the plugins, which are really nice. And then look at how they took the stitch work and did it so exquisite all the way down to the pocket. Now in this pocket, you could easily put a rattlesnake or two. My advice is make sure the rattlesnake is sleeping before you touch the rattlesnake. I can't vouch for what's gonna happen if your rattlesnake wakes up. Just something to know about. Back of this command center, we do have heated seats, no ventilated seats, and that's probably gonna be the other zonk for this mid-row. I would like to have some ventilated seats, but we got USBs, and then watch this, this is smart. A nice little cubby to where you could go ahead and maybe put some geckos in here and some lizards that you found and store them in there. Give them a little bit of food, and then you could always check on them. Hey, are they still there? Yes, they are. They're not running around the interior. Way down below, we got a home power source and, if I could get it, a 12 volt. Don't put your lizard in there. You may not have a lizard for very long. But the amount of room, like I was saying, is very, very substantial. You got this captain's chair arrangement because look at this. 2 cup holders. You can sip on that freshly squeezed milk I was telling you about right out of the udder. Piping, stitching. Easily put a small cowboy hat in here. But what we do have are the wireless headsets. And you know how I feel about these. You can watch some John Wayne movies, maybe some Bonanza right on your 8-inch screen. I'm gonna take them off because I feel like they make me even talk even louder. But watch this. You like secret compartments? Abracadabra, hocus pocus, yeehaw, because we're in Austin. Secret compartment. Put a bag of freaking pig skins in here, maybe some pork grinds. You could just grab them and go. Nice and hidden so nobody else is getting into your stuff. Soft on the seats, nice wide cushioning. And then guess what? We do have a 3rd row. It's a little tight compared to the competition, but let me show you how you access it. Real simple. Wham bam. Look at that. Now you can climb right in, and there are those rear seats for those rear seat passengers. The problem you're gonna have is if you're tall like me, your knees are gonna be in your mouth. So you might not be able to eat that rack of ribs because you're gonna be munching on your knees, but it is nice to have that 3rd row. But if you're ready, let's check out the cargo area and see how much we could haul in our QX80. All right, guys, time to get in that massive cargo area. We're gonna hit the button. Nice electric assist. You get a little beep it a beep 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 to let you know, move your head out of the way so you don't bang your coconut on the hatch. What we have are the rear seats up for you. Now on the driver's side, you do have a 12 volt, and I really wanted to show how much space there was. So that's 17 cubic feet of space with the seats up. Now, when it comes to folding the seats down, what's nice is you have the switch gear here. You could actually tilt the seat back if you want when you're sitting there to give that rear passenger some extra room, or it's just one touch. And the seats will actually fold all the way down. Now, while those are folding down, I do want to showcase the nice large cubby area underneath the cargo floor. My advice, put the kids' Lego pieces in here. If you don't, you're gonna be stepping all over them and breaking your feet. So on a family road trip, keep all those Lego pieces in there. But now we have the seats folded down. You can see how much room there is. You could then obviously fold down that mid-row as well. We're also gonna take a second to showcase the cup holders back here. You got your seat controls on that switch gear, nicely placed. And then up top, we do have rear AC, which is wonderful. The bad news and the zonk is there's no connectivity back here. So would be nice to have a USB, or even a USB-C would be better, but I'm surprised they did not give us any connectivity, so that's gonna be a zonk. But you know what? We have naturally aspirated V8 power. If you're ready, this guy's ready. Let's go on throttle in our Infiniti QX80. All right, guys, we're inside this 2022 Infiniti QX80. Really, really nice, wide open space. I feel like the king of a castle with the comfort of the seat, the new infotainment system, the new digital rear view mirror. I love the way you could switch it any which way you want, which really allows for the personalization. And the gauges, I'm gonna say it again, I'm fine with the analog gauges with that large 7-inch digital display. You get a great view being in this full-size SUV. Everything is well laid out. Is it perfect? No. But neither is the Cadillac Escalade. And for those who aren't so infotainment hungry for screen size, this 12.3 inch is easy to get to, easy to use. And like I said, it's got wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. Let me slow down a little bit. I just want to show you the flexibility of this naturally aspirated V8 in this Infiniti. On throttle, here we go. Drops down and we are off and running. I love the smooth shifts. And I'm telling you, this thing builds steam so quickly, so smoothly, and you still got that 8,500 pound towing capacity. You'll notice how I pointed out earlier, you have that unique shape to the Infiniti hoods. Really allows you to be able to keep it in the lane properly. You got good reference points, and it actually does not feel as big of an SUV as you're driving it going down the road. Steering has a nice, light, direct connection to the front wheels. And then when you gotta go into that 4 high and 4 low, you're able to get to that aluminum style knob very, very easily. And the 7-speed automatic, it may have 3 less gears than what's in the Escalade, but it still gets the job done very nicely. Sound deadening, I can feel the difference because I'm not hearing what's going on outside. And that's phenomenal when you think about those 22-inch wheels and tires and everything else. Pulling away from the light, very easily done. Making basically almost a U-turn, getting onto this other road here. But just incredible how they're able to take this very, very, what could be a very rugged off-road SUV if you need it, and allow you to drive it every day and not feel like you're in this big, humongous thing. It feels solid. You have a great view of everything, but it's actually kind of light on its feet. And I like that about this Infiniti QX80. And if this refresh is this good, could you imagine what it's gonna be like when the redesign comes? That's gonna be really, really exciting. All right, we're going on to this side street. I'm going to slow down a little bit to a stop. On throttle, here we go. Drops down and we are off. The nose points for the sky and we are off and running. Holds the line very, very well. You're not getting a bunch of body roll, which is great too. And you're getting that naturally aspirated V8 engine. Let me come to a stop again. We're gonna jump it over these railroad tracks. But on throttle. Nice. I mean, look at this. I'm in a full-size body-on-frame SUV, and it really, really is handling nicely. It's also riding really smooth and very comfortable. It's crazy how that extra stitching on the steering wheel really makes things feel different, but I would like some different switch gear. And I really think your mid-row passengers are going to be very happy. It's just that third row it's gonna be on the tighter side, so you're gonna wanna keep it to some smaller size kids or people, or maybe a pet, the family pet, put them in the back seat. But hopefully this gave you a nice overall feel of what the QX80 is all about with its updates and its refresh. We're gonna get back to where this all started and wrap this one up, so I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, it's been a wonderful day here in Austin, Texas. I definitely gotta thank Aileen, Kyle, and the rest of the Infiniti crew for getting us access to this 2022 QX80. Let me know what you think. Has Infiniti done enough to keep this in the competition? Is it the king of luxury SUVs for you? Put that in the comment section. But if you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raity's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click that link in the description. Get yourself some Raity's Rides merch. Got to give it out, up and out and in and around to the queen of the camera, Lori, the best videographer in all of YouTube, making dreams happen. She is the dream maker. Thank you, Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.